This is Traveling Wilburys, Volume 1 by Traveling Wilburys. Let's talk records. It is early April 1988 in Los Angeles, California. George Harrison is having dinner with Jeff Lynne and Roy Orbison. During the conversation, Harrison brought up the fact that Warner Brothers Records, which distributed his Dark Horse label, needed a B-side for the European release single of This Is Love. Lynne, who had co-produced Harrison's Cloud 9 record and was also producing Orbison's comeback album at the time, offered to help. Harrison planned to record the song the next day, and Orbison asked to join in. Since they needed a studio on short notice, Harrison reached out to Bob Dylan, who had a small garage studio in Malibu. Harrison also contacted Tom Petty, as he had accidentally left his guitar at Petty's house. Petty happily joined the group, and that's how the Traveling Wilburys were born. A spontaneous collaboration of 5 iconic artists. The name Wilbury had its origins during the recording of Cloud 9. When errors occurred due to faulty equipment, Harrison would jokingly tell Lynne, "We'll burn them in the mix." The phrase stuck and they adopted it for the band. Harrison suggested calling the group the Trembling Wilburys, but Lynne countered with Traveling Wilburys. Each member took on a pseudonym. Harrison became Nelson Wilbury, Lynne became Otis Wilbury, Orbison was Lefty Wilbury, Petty was Charlie T. Wilbury, and Dylan was Lucky Wilbury. The album was recorded in just 10 days at Dave Stewart home studio using portable equipment. The quick timeline was partly to accommodate Dylan's preparations for his upcoming never-ending tour. The group's chemistry was effortless, with everyone sharing verses, writing collaboratively, and harmonizing naturally. Their camaraderie and humor are apparent in the songs, influenced by their love of music and comedy. Orbison, for instance, was known for uncannily quoting complete parts of Monty Python. The first single, Handled with Care, was released October 17th, 1988, just one day before the album. It reached number 45 on the Billboard Hot 100, proving the group's broad appeal. Traveling Wilburys Volume 1 followed on October 18th, 1988, released on the band's own Wilbury Records, rather than Harrison's Dark Horse, distributed by Warner Brothers Records. A whole new imprint of Warner Brothers was started to give the band their own identity. Produced by Harrison and Lynne, the album became a commercial success, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 200 and achieving triple platinum status. The liner notes were written by none other than comedian Michael Palin of Monty Python, adding a touch of whimsy to the project. The second single, End of the Line, was released on January 23, 1989. Its music video paid tribute to Orbison, who tragically passed away on December 6, 1988, shortly before the album's release and just a couple of months before the release of his successful comeback album, Mystery Girl. In the music video, Orbison's presence is represented by a rocking chair, holding his guitar, and a framed photo during his singing parts. The song reached number 63 on the Billboard Hot 100. Traveling Wilburys Volume 1 stands as Orbison's last album with the group, but its success cemented the Traveling Wilburys as more than just a one-time experiment. Despite the loss of the legendary Roy Orbison, the remaining members of the group kept the spirit alive and reunited once again for Traveling Wilburys Volume 3 in 1990, keeping the humor alive by skipping Volume 2 entirely. The Traveling Wilburys were not just a supergroup. They were a celebration of friendship, spontaneity, and the joy of making music.